Hello, I am Emily Shaman. I am sitting here with New York City Public Schools right now, with the entire New York City Public Schools. But I am sitting here with a fantastic team who are all social workers working in New York City Public Schools. And I'd love just a quick round of introductions. Can you share who you are?
Yeah. Absolutely. My name is Roger Ball. I'm supervisor of social workers for the Bronx within New York City Public Schools.
I'm Jackie Jones. I am also supervisor of school social workers, and I am supporting the Borough of Manhattan.
And I am Nigel Powell. I am supervisor of school social work for the illustrious District 18 in Canarsie, Brooklyn with New York City Public Schools.
I am April Nadine-Gurley, and I am a supervisor of social work. I support District 30 in Queens, which covers one of the most diverse little areas in New York City, ranging from Long Island City to East Elmhurst, and so it's a very diverse and beautiful community that I serve.
And I'm Meg Fleming. I'm part of the student service team on New Visions High School. We're a citywide district with 60 schools across all 5 boroughs.
Wow. And I'm going to bring up a piece of information. I was actually speaking with, I have to say, let me actually pause, backtrack. All of these amazing New York City school administrators are presenters here at the SSWAA Conference. And I learned a fun tidbit, which is that you all knew you were all coming to the conference, but it wasn't until you looked at the brochure that you realized you were all presenting at the conference.
Correct.
How fun. What was that reaction? Tell me about that.
A bunch of text messages flying across the place like, I didn't know you were doing it. I didn't know you were doing it. So it was great that we were on the same wavelength, even though we didn't individually plan it together. We were on the same perception that this is what we want to do to highlight the work that we're doing in New York City Public Schools.
Yeah, and I was so proud, right? So here you are, you're like, wow, we were accepted, we're here. And I'm looking through and I'm like, wait, I know you. And so are you. Hey! So it was so beautiful to see us highlighted in that way. I think that when I think of my colleagues and all the wonderful work that they're doing in New York City Public Schools to be change agents and to really make a difference, to see them highlighted and selected in this way to be able to share the knowledge was wonderful. So it was great to see that.
And why not? It's the largest public school system in the country,
Right.
And it's urban communities, and so we have all kinds of diverse populations. Queens, for example, is one of the most diverse area in the entire continental United States, and so we have great opportunities and great challenges. And I think if there's any district that was well positioned to really present here, the motley crew is right.
You're answering my questions before I ask them. My question is, how do you think working in New York shapes your approach to school social work? What about New York comes forth in your practice?
Oh gosh.
The world lives in New York.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I feel like we just have so many opportunities. There's so many things that occur on a daily basis within our huge system, and it just provides us with a wealth of knowledge because we're navigating so many different things on a daily basis.
No, we all come from even though we're social workers, we come from such a diverse background of the work of social work that we do. So to pour all that into us as administrators kind of lends to each other and make the work even more worthwhile and fulfilling than it already is.
And for me, being a native of New York City and being able to serve the community that I was born into, and to really think about the diversity of needs, right? As well as the diversity of strengths. There's so much beauty in New York City, right? And so when you're able to tap into that work and to really highlight it and to uplift the voices of our community, I think that's where the power comes into play. And so being in New York is one of the most unique and powerful experiences ever. And so I'm very privileged and excited to just be able to work in my own home community.
I think it positions us really well to just respond to the different things. I think each year we deal with the same but different, and so it brings us back to the basics when we talk about multi-tiered systems of support or the evidence-based frameworks that can really be applicable across any school district in the country. The needs might be different, the specific needs might be different, but the approach can really be the same when we're thinking about the frameworks that we apply.
Absolutely.
And just to add, just the policies that are happening across the nation, we see them firsthand in New York.
That's right.
Right? Everything from immigration to homelessness to violence to crisis. You know, anything that you can think of, it's happening, and there are creative solutions also happening, right? And problem solving, and again, tapping into the strengths of the community. So I think we are a microcosm of what's happening in the world, and so I appreciate that about New York City.
And the fact that most of us just sitting here, like April said, she was born and bred. The community I support, I literally grew up in that community, went to schools in that community. So to give back, having that lived experience that mirrors what the students are also experiencing, the families are experiencing, just gives me pride to say I can support that because I know it from a lived experience.
Yeah, beautiful. All right, last question. One word response. What does it feel like to be a presenter?
Exciting.
Inspiring.
Because I can't do one, but humbled.
Empowering.
Home.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, New York.
Thank you.
New York.